What up, Falcons Nation? Rise up, Nation. It's your boy, Jazzy Jeff. Real talk, no gimmicks. Bring that real Falcons talk for real Falcons fans. And this is still Know Your Opponent edition, but it's hate week because we have another NFC South opponent that we have to get into. The Carolina Panthers. We are on the road versus the Carolina Panthers. That is good news for the Falcons, though, because Matt Ryan is 6-1 in his last 7 starts versus the Panthers with over 315 yards a game and several touchdowns. Now, let's get into it. What we have to look out for is the Panthers defense. Once again, they are still a great defense. The Panthers always seem to have good defense. They are number 1 in sacks with 33 sacks. They are number 3 in interceptions. But their run defense is where they are weak at. They are 7th in run defense. They got gashed the last 5 games badly by the run. Problem with that is we're a little lacking in the run game recently. We are out Devontae Freeman, we're out Ito Smith, and now we're starting Brian Hill. Hopefully, Quadre gets his chance. Dan Quinn, play this guy. Barner is not bringing anything in the run game, and don't give me this blocking nonsense because I saw Barner get owned on blocking plays. So, how are we going to defeat this team? Because the Panthers have a decent secondary. They have great linebackers, but their starting quarterback, Bradbury, he's just coming back from a growing injury. Their second corner, Ross Cockrell, he's out with an injury. And their other corner might not even play. He's also battling an injury. So that is where the Falcons will have to take advantage of because I don't see Brian Hill being enough of a threat in the run game to expose the Panthers' run defense. Moving on, competition. The Panthers only beat one winning team all season, the Houston Texans. Other than that, they were beating up bottom feeders. Teams like the Buccaneers, the Cardinals, etc., even though we lost to the Cardinals. So I don't see a threat that the Panthers are these world-beating team. Yes, they have a great defense, but they still seem like a middle-of-the-road type team to me. Kyle Allen. A lot of people think, oh, he's just a backup. He ain't that good. But if you actually look at the tape and look at his numbers, Kyle Allen's playing better than Cam Newton this season. Cam Newton started the season, he was 0-2, had a completion percentage in the 50s. Kyle Allen has a percentage about around 62, 63%, and he's 5-2 as a starter. What does that tell you? Kyle Allen is better in their system. It doesn't mean he's a better quarterback than Cam Newton, but for this system, he's better at short yardage completions, check downs, intermediate passing routes than Cam is. Cam tends to throw a little high, he sails the ball, but his running makes him a better threat than Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen's more of a stationary quarterback. What else do we have to worry for? Christian McCaffrey. We all know how amazing he is. He's in the running for MVP candidate right now. But people don't know that he's second on the team in receptions. So he is dangerous catching the ball at the backfield. So I'm looking at Deion Jones. I'm looking at Devondre Campbell. Can you guys keep up when he comes out the backfield? Will Jeff Ulbrich have the formula to stop him like we did Alvin Kamara? I need another defensive gem like we had versus the Saints. Alvin Kamara did absolutely nothing against us. I need that same type of lockdown mentality versus Christian McCaffrey. If we do that, we will have success this game because DJ Moore is not Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas was the only productive person on that field that game, and DJ Moore is the Panthers' leading receiver. I don't see him duplicating Michael Thomas's numbers. So if we keep Kamara and McCaffrey at the same level, we have a great chance of winning this game. Also, the Panthers are top 8 rushing team, and they have, I believe, they're number 2 in rushing touchdowns with 14. So goal line defense is key. Last game versus Saints on 3rd down is when we were making our money on sacking Drew Brees. We have to get off the field on 3rd down in the red zone. If not, we're guaranteed Christian McCaffrey's going to punch one in because we know we don't have the most stout defensive line in the league. So we have to get them away from the red zone, make them kick field goals to win this game on the road. Also, the Panthers average 131 rushing yards a game. So yes, we did a great job versus Saints, but let's not try to forget how bad we were in the regular season, getting gashed by the likes of the Marlon Macks of the world, the Duke Johnsons, even rushing quarterbacks, the Chris Carsons of the world. So we got to be better on rushing defense because Carolina Panthers will try to gash you with the run. They don't have the the most rushing attempt. They don't even have top 10 in rushing attempts, but they are top 8 in rushing. That goes to show that Christian McCaffrey is a lethal weapon and he can break one at any given second, and they're going to rely heavily on him. I also noticed that through playing fantasy football, because I had Greg Olsen on my fantasy team, Kyle Allen does not look for Greg Olsen like Cam Newton does. Greg Olsen's numbers have severely dropped since Kyle Allen took over. So who is Kyle Allen looking for? He uses DJ Moore a lot more than Cam Newton does. He uses his receivers more, and he's using Christian McCaffrey. Cam Newton loves the tight ends. Kyle Allen not so much. So DJ Moore, he only has, I believe, 1 or 2 touchdowns the entire season. So he's not a touchdown threat, but yardage, first downs, moving the chains, DJ Moore is a threat in that aspect. But the money maker is Christian McCaffrey, so we have to stop him. He's the engine of the entire offense. Now on the Falcons side, could you believe that we are 3rd in pass attempts? So much for that balanced dirt cutter attack, right? But injuries do play a part, so I understand. Did you know that we are 1st in passing completions? I know it doesn't seem like it, but we are actually number 1 in passing completions. We are 4th in touchdown passes with 19. Even with Matt Ryan missing a game, we are still 4th in passing touchdowns. And we are 2nd in passing yards altogether in the NFL. So the key to this game is exposing those injured corners and backups of the Carolina Panthers. Can our passing outweigh the Carolina's defense, and can our passing outmatch the rushing of the Carolina Panthers? So can our defense stop the run? Can the Panthers stop our pass? That's going to be the crux of the game. And like I said, we actually own the Panthers. If you saw my intro, we played them 48 times, and the record is Falcons 30, Panthers 18. So if you want to know who owns the Panthers, it's the Atlanta Falcons, especially on the road. Matt Ryan, as like I said, is 6-1 in his last 7 starts and has a great track record versus Carolina, even in Carolina. It doesn't matter. So I'm glad to have our leader back. He should do good. Also, we don't have Austin Hooper this game. No Devontae Freeman, obviously. So one of the keys, like I said, the Panthers are number 1 in sacks and top 3 in interceptions. We have to protect Matt Ryan. That is the key to our offense. I understand Brian Hill might be a slightly better pass protector than Ito Smith, but can the line hold up? Can Brian Hill hold up? Are we going to give Quadra a chance? Will Matt Ryan be forcing passes? If we force passes, we're going to turn the ball over, and that's what the Panthers want us to do. So we have to stay balanced with the run. We have to not turn the ball over on offense, and we have to protect Matt Ryan this game if we want to come out with the victory in the road. And on defense, get Kyle Allen off the field on 3rd down, stop Christian McCaffrey on 1st and 2nd down, have defensive scheme plays that will contain McCaffrey out of the backfield when he turns to catch passes. They screen you to death. They do not take a lot of deep shots downfield. DJ Moore is not a deep shot threat type receiver, but he does run intermediate routes. He does run slants. He does run comeback routes. He does run reverses. So he's more of a gadget type receiver, but he's still dangerous nonetheless, and we have to watch out for him too. DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, those are the guys we have to watch out for. Greg Olsen might catch one or here there, but with Kyle Allen, he's not the biggest threat on earth. Kyle Allen hardly turns the ball over. He has a low completion percentage, but his turnovers, he barely ever turns the ball over. So the Falcons have to force the issue and turn the ball over, exactly how we did versus the Saints. Trufant is back in this game, and in my opinion, I would want to start Sheffield over Isaiah Oliver opposite of Trufant. Falcons Nation, tell me what you think. Would you start Sheffield over Isaiah Oliver? He's more of a natural corner. He's better in man-to-man. He doesn't seem to get lost as much. He has better catch-up speed. He can force the ball out more than Isaiah Oliver. He's stronger than Isaiah Oliver and doesn't get pushed around as much off the line. Me personally, his growth is exponentially faster than Isaiah Oliver's growth right now, and Isaiah Oliver still needs more time to grow as a player. So me personally, I would start Sheffield over Isaiah Oliver with Trufant coming back. Either way, we'll have all 3 of them in the game, and this game we should be able to win. They're doubting us. Their Panthers are a 5-point favorite above us, but that does not mean that we cannot win this game. NFC South, division rival, all bets are off because it's any given Sunday. So Falcons Nation, tell me, would you start Sheffield over Isaiah Oliver? What are your keys to the game? What players do you want to see shine on Sunday? And how are we going to stop the Panthers? How are we going to expose the Panthers? You let me know in the comment section below. Comment, share, like, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And as always, Falcons Nation, we rise up. Peace.